Three stories today. The market, a lot to talk about in crypto, the stock market, politicians telling people not to do what they want with their own money that they earned. Shocker. Let's get into it. As always, full videos are always in the Patreon, patreon.com/RL Breyer with the monthly meetups and the Telegram group and Sunday newsletter. So let's look at the market here. Bitcoin up 2.58%, $33,681. Ethereum up 3.53%, $1,353. ETH up 1.68%, $22.82. ALBT, which took a dip over the weekend, slight bounce back today. It went all the way down to like 61 cents, back to 69 cents now. Still up 127% for the last 30 days, but down 17.53% for the last 7. Also, if you're in the Patreon, you saw that I took a position yesterday in on Federal Reserve token, ERSDL. Picked it up just over a penny, and we've seen a bounce. So you're welcome to the people holding that token. Maybe I'm your good luck charm. Up 11.87% today, and looks like it might be bouncing back. So we'll have to see what happens if we can get back over 1.5 pennies. Last project to cover quickly here is Zilliqa, which is marching onward now, back over 7 cents, up 11.42% today. Watch out for Zilliqa. If you're not familiar with Zilliqa, check out my interview with Colin Miles, co-CEO of Zilliqa, on YouTube /Pittsburgh Hodler. He was a guest of mine on the show 7-8 months ago, and the price of Zilliqa was like a penny then. So check that out. Definitely a good interview. Learned a lot from Colin about the Zilliqa project. He's a nice guy. A lot to learn. And if you aren't familiar with Zilliqa, you can stake that multiple places, but Atomic Wallet is one of the most popular spots for 16% APY. First story here today, XRP pump fails to materialize as price crashes 40% from days high from CoinDesk and Omkar Goodbull. XRP has crashed from a 2-month high reached early Monday with a planned community buying effort failing to yield desired results. It got all the way up to 75 cents. So I've long been a skeptic of the XRP project, and I think we found out through multiple outlets and obviously government agencies that the project might not exactly be on the up and up, since they've been dumping millions of dollars on their holders over the last couple of years, and enriching themselves and keeping, basically their investors, saying this is a long game, basically, while meanwhile they're dumping hundreds of millions of dollars allegedly on their holders. So it's just interesting to me that people could think that this was anything but, an orchestrated pump. This sort of thing just doesn't materialize overnight with XRP right now. With all of the turmoil and all the delistings, it just isn't even feasible, in my opinion. So just everybody who's in XRP, I don't know why you're still in XRP. Not financial advice, obviously, but this definitely was a coordinated pump, and this isn't some last ditch, in my opinion, like Hail Mary from XRP that it's gonna go to the moon now or something. Like there's just a lot of irrationality in that community, in my opinion, and this is just another example. It's back to 36 cents, down 23.95% for the day. And if you're serious about cryptocurrency, and first off, XRP isn't a crypto currency, I don't really understand why you would want to be in this project to begin with. But to each his own. Everybody does their own thing with their own money, and that's just my opinion on the matter. Check out that article from Omkar Godbull. Second story from CoinDesk from Myo Shen. GameStop caught the stock buying public's imagination. That excitement has spilled over to crypto. Some retail equity traders frustrated with recent restrictions on stock buying on trading platforms, including Robinhood, are turning their attention to centralized and decentralized cryptocurrency exchanges, respectively, according to new data. That's helping to drive several of these exchange tokens to new highs. as we saw with Uniswap, for example. Last week's GameStop, GME, and other stocks involved in a battle between a short-selling hedge fund and a Reddit group captured the imagination of the general public, a battle that drove these stock prices higher and squeezed the short seller. Now we see a lot of these exchange tokens in this graph, for example, from BitMEX, Huobi, Deribit, FTX, Kraken, Bitfinex, OKX, Binance, Bitflyer, Bifit, CoinFlex backed in the CME and their aggregate volumes, daily volumes there, all seem to be doing respectively well. And it does seem that a lot of the stock market crew, which are going to be upset about, or obviously upset with a lot, class action suits against Robinhood being taken on going to flood into crypto sooner than later. So it is interesting to read this article. As I noted, Uniswap, probably one of the maybe the biggest move respectively here. Uniswap, the two leading DEXs took 48% and 23% respectively of all the DEX trading volumes. So yeah, Uniswap and SushiSwap absolutely killing it right now. Uniswap almost hit $49 or $20 the other day. All-time high, yeah, $20.69, and currently just under $20, $19.92, up 76.1% the last 7 days. So let's get into why we should all be scared about the legacy system and why we should obviously trust our wise overlords, which are debasing our currency, stealing our purchasing power, stealing from savers, and why we, the little guys, obviously, us peasants, us plebeians, can't be trusted with our own money.
You're learning here. Maybe it's fun, fine. Maybe it's a movement, but be prepared to lose 80 to 90% of it. And if it's still worth it, then have at it. But the biggest loss of capital here will be the human capital of young men who are sitting and staring at their phone and watching the price of Bitcoin or the price of AMC. And ask yourself, would you be better off taking that 1, 2, or 3 hours a day and working out, trying to form relationships with mentors, with romantic relationships, with people at work, getting great at something so you can be the person on the other side of the trade? The greatest loss in capital here is from young men who are more prone to gambling addiction, who don't understand the markets. I think we are setting ourselves up similar to how there's a ton of young women out there who became very depressed by sitting in their rooms looking at Instagram. Self-cutting and self-harm skyrocket. I think you are going to see an explosion in young male depression, and I think a lot of it is going to be reverse engineered to apps that convince you you're part of a movement or physically addict you to your phone. Ask yourself, would your time staring at Robinhood be better spent somewhere else? That is the real capital destruction that is taking place here.
Wow, you want to talk about real fear tactics? Who is this shameless individual? I don't even know the guy's name because they didn't even have the respect to put it on the screen for him. But, oh, my God. You want to invest in your human capital? Turn off the television. Stop listening to these sycophants, these self-peddling scumbags that don't care about you in any regard. All they care, where was this guy 10 years ago? Where was he 6 months ago? These guys have no shame at all right? So, yeah, read books, invest in your human capital. I agree with him, but geez, I mean, what was he were they paying him by the word there? Did they have something? Was somebody in his ear reading that stuff off? Self-harm, cutting, depression. I mean, oh my God, get real, buddy. I mean, just get real. That was just a pathetic attempt. These guys, one after one, they're rolling out these empty suits from Wall Street and these parasite politicians that don't care about anybody but themselves, and that's all they've cared about. I saw somebody from Massachusetts, a politician, I think it was from Massachusetts today, talking about, I don't have the clip, talking about how you know, the little guy can't be trusted with his money was what I got from him. And that, you know, the little guy can't be trusted with their money. And if we can't be trusted with our money. So, you know, we can't lose that money. We might miss a tax payment is what I got from him. Basically, he didn't say that obviously, but you know, these guys live off of theft. They literally live off of theft. You know, politicians, they don't produce anything but disorder and theft. Bads. They can't do anything without taking from people that produce goods first, produce things. These are bads. These are from the onset. Politicians produce bads. So it's just pathetic how low these people will stoop and how pathetic these news organizations are. You know, which I would like to add, this is under fair use. So yeah, but just disgusting. And really shows how scared these guys are of the fact that people have, you know, the little guy has the ability now. We're coordinating, people are coordinating, you know, to take some of the power back that's been stripped away from Main Street over the last 20 plus years, and really since the end of the gold window in 1971, when they took the United States off the gold standard. Brief reprieve, which we're 50 years later still off the gold standard. So that's really what this all comes down to, is these guys scared to lose their power, scared to lose the money that they've stolen. All right. So, you know, invest in your human capital. Head over to the Patreon, patreon.com/ROBreyer. No pomp and circumstances over there. Straight education, straight truth. Nobody trying to sell you on, you know, why you shouldn't be taking the opposite end of their trades. And if you want to really kick it, you know, stick it to these guys figuratively, invest, you know, can't give financial advice, but play in markets. I'm playing in a market. I can tell you what I'm doing that they don't operate. They can't control. They can't game. Decentralized finance. That's the future. And that's why we're building a cryptocurrency ecosystem that they can't game. All right. So just do your due diligence, invest in your human capital, and fuck these guys.